What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are doing gameplay with the brand new Invincible Derrick Rose, who my guy James got out of his Invincible pack from opening 3 Hoff boxes. If that's not brutal, I don't know what is, to be totally honest. The worst Invincible card in the game, I don't have to do the gameplay to know that. This card has a bad jump shot, is the honest truth. And while his SIGs and stats and badges are all incredible, his jumper is not high level and he is 6'3" at the point guard position. This is not a card that I would recommend getting. It is the first Invincible this year where I am truly like, yeah, he's actually not that good. And yet he's still 640k because of an Invincible card. I would not pay close to that, to be completely honest to you for this card. I would pay maybe 100. With the way his jumper is, maybe even that might be pushing it. I think there are cards that I would rather run than him that are cheaper than that. So not a card that I'm personally very excited to try out, but we're going to give him a try and see what he can do in this game. I do think he'll be fun to use. In terms of a competitively viable card, I don't think so. Do I think this could be a really fun gameplay? Similar to I did a Dark Matter Rust gameplay like a month and a half or 2 months ago. It was a lot of fun because he played good and I had fun using the card, but he's not an elite level card. This DROSE, same story. Might be fun to use, likely to be a very mediocre overall card at this point in the year. But I do appreciate James for letting me use the account for this video. Would really appreciate it if you all do subscribe as well. And DROSE is 99 stats across the board. Every single badge on Hall of Fame with 12 legends being Posterizer, Deadeye, Float Game, Limitless Timer, Pick Dodger Glove, Layup Mix Master, Physical Finisher, Mini Marksman, Shifty Shooter, and Lightning Launch. On paper, he looks great. But he's 6'3", and he's baited with his jump shot. Sure, his movement's not bad. It's actually very good. He's got Francis size up, Kimba, or Trey escape, Trey behind the back, sorry, Curry escape, and Garland dribble style. He's got the best SIGs in the game, basically, and he's an absolute dog. Like, there's no doubt about that. He's got a good drag back too, which is nice. Instead of having Harden, I think he's got it's either Luka or Levine. I'm not even totally sure. Honestly, this card looks good. I think his settings. I think his controller settings aren't letting me shoot. Yeah, there we go. Pro stick settings weren't letting me shoot. There you go. His jumper is slow, yo. It's like almost hitchy. It just takes forever. I don't know, man. I can't believe they didn't change this card's jump shot. We're in June. This is a 6'3" Derrick Rose. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. With this jump shot right here, I think Dark Matter Darren Williams is probably better than this DROSE card. Dark Matter Darren Williams is 30k. This shot is just not going to cut at his size. It's just not. He needs to have a park elite, one of the best jumper in the game type shots. And he just doesn't come close to that right now. Not even in the slightest. And that is a killer for a 6'3" point guard at this point in the year. I don't care what the other animations are because they're going to be tough to trigger. Like his upper is going to make his fade tough to trigger. Yeah, his SIGs are great, but he's not going to create enough space to get this jumper off, especially with how small he is. Card looks fun in freestyle. I bet y'all in game he struggles, but who knows? Maybe we'll play against somebody not very good, or we'll play awesome and we'll have some success. Who knows? Let's hop into a game, see what DROSE can do. Wow, this is a really bad team. Galaxy Opal Isaiah Thomas, Galaxy Opal Dirk, and Pink Diamond Tim Hardaway Jr. are not good cards. LeBron is okay. And I would say Tim Duncan's obviously very good, but that's like his only good card. And that is why we are in tier 15, literally, or tier 14. Not great. So that'll explain why we have a very low level of competition here in this game. Let me make sure I have the camera right real quickly, as well as just allow me to do some very basic settings real quickly, just to allow us to have a little bit more success. Not that I really think we need it against this team. This should, if nothing else, be a fun DROSE gameplay. I know it's not going to be the most competitive matchup. That's okay. We didn't need the most competitive matchup because in the most competitive matchup, this card would struggle. And it's DROSE. I want to have fun with him. He was so fun to watch in my childhood, especially pre-injury. I know I think I think he becomes a little bit overrated in some circles historically because of that 2011 season. And I think that gets discussed sometimes, and then sometimes he becomes almost a little bit overhated. He was a great player and an extremely exciting, extremely fun player for a very, very good team. And he's a guy who I enjoy using in 2K, and I always have. Now, I will say I would love to see 2K next year, and I've said this about a couple guys, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, guys like that. I want to see these small PGs get elite cards next year. The best point guards in the game this year, Russell Westbrook is a great, fun PG, and I'm cool with that. Let me get a Pink Diamond DROSE day 1 next year. They can shoot capably, they can slash at a super high level, and can defend capably as well. Make his stats and badges a little bit ahead of the meta, in all honesty. I would be very happy with that. For guys like DROSE, guys like Steph, guys like Dame. the guys that I personally grew up watching, I would love to have them have these elite cards early in the year before there's ever the pennies and magics and even the D-books and guys like that take over. Like season 1, let's get an elite stat and badge D-Rose next year so that he's actually good, because at this point in the year, well, he would have been okay-ish if he had a good jumper. He'd be a worse Gary Payton, but if he had a good jumper, like an elite park jumper, he'd at least be a decent card. But now he sucks. I mean, he's just downright not a good card at this point in the year at any sort of sweaty level, and that's a shame. Like, I would like D-Rose to be usable. Right now, I don't really think he is, to be totally honest. And I will say this year, I don't think there's really been a point in time in which D-Rose was actually good. Like, even by the time his Galaxy Opal came out, that card was not good anymore. We haven't had a high-level D-Rose or a high-level really Steph card this year, in my opinion. So would love to see those guys get better cards next year. Maybe drop us a Steph that can slightly dunk early in the year and is better defensively than Steph probably should be, just to make him a decent card. That was horrific defense by me, by the way. I am terrible. Let's get a Dame who can defend a little bit more than Dame should probably be able to early in the year. Like, let's get some decent cards for some of these guys, and so we can have some fun with some of these small PGs who generally are not super elite in my team. That's how you make small PGs hoop at a high level like they can in real life, because in 2K, the height is just so important, and animations as well. They got to be souped early in the year. But D-Rose with 7 points, 1 assist so far. He has at least contributed to all 10 of our points to this point in the game, so it certainly could be worse. Let's stay up high here on Isaiah Thomas. We've had a couple of mediocre defensive possessions. This should be a very easy stop, this one, though. Stay in front here. Just don't let him blow by. We're in front. Good D. I mean, never mind. That was actually pretty bad defense. We just gave a wide open shot, but you know what? He missed, so it's okay. Come off the screen. We'll try to fade. The Pro 2 fade is slow because his upper is mid, but I thought we were going to hit it there. I guess not. We're going to go Pro 2 from the mid range this time. He's still not close enough to me to contest. I still can't green it. Slightly fast. That's not shocking with a slow release, but it's exasperating nonetheless. I just am not enjoying this card's shot so far. On the fade, on the standstill, on anything. It's just not very fun to use right now. That's open-ish. That's off too. And I mean, sure, if you want to call me, you can say I'm playing bad. That was a force. That was the first like legitimately bad shot I've taken. But he's missing decently somewhat open looks with consistency because I don't feel comfortable with his release. That is the honest truth. And I think it's very simple. Like, with jumpers that are smooth and quick, it's very easy to be comfortable with the releases. With D-books, or with a D-Roses or somebody like that at this point in the year, it's just not easy to get comfortable with their jumper because it's herky-jerky and kind of slow and just ugly. And I don't know how 2K goes, you know, we should give this 6'3" fan favorite point guard at the end of the game, where even if he has a perfect jumper, he's still no better than like the 8th best point guard in the game at best. You know what we should really give this card? We should give him a crappy jumper. Like, I know it's his shot, but you know how many cards they've changed their jumpers for? They changed Gary Payton's jump shot, which wasn't even that bad. Like, how many months ago? And yet we cannot get a decent D-Rose jumper. Finally greened one there off the fade because he had Dark Matter Brunson and it didn't click on to contest, but at least we did green off the slow fade. And that will give us an end of the quarter where I think we have like 12 points and 1 assist or something along those lines. Maybe 10 points and 2 assists or something. Statistically, it looks pretty good, but you can tell with the difficulty level that I'm having with some of this stuff that this card is limited, and y'all can obviously see the opponent as well. Like, this is not a high-level opponent by team or by skill set at this point in this game. So, I don't know. With that being said, it's just a little bit disappointing, I guess, because this is a card who you'd like to be excited about. At this point in the year, you're never going to be excited about Invincible D-Rose realistically, unless you're a Bulls fan, kind of regardless. But this year especially, it feels like he is just, that was a nice standing up, by the way. I'll give my opponent credit there. But this year especially, it just feels like, why would I even want to be interested in this card in the slightest? Like, I almost, it's the first Invincible card where I've gone, I don't even really like care about actually doing gameplay with this card. Because the honest truth is, I didn't realize that was Weber. My bad. The honest truth is, I just don't think he's that good. He's not exciting to me. I don't know. That's the honest truth. So I can't believe 2K made him this mid. I really am pretty surprised by that. They've dropped a lot of good cards recently, and I don't mind the top tier card in a drop not being that good. That's okay for the sake of people saving money. People weren't opening packs for today anyway because of Derrick Rose. So people who are going to open packs still open packs today. DROSE knocks down another fade. That's a nice shot. I think that's a good shot to end the game on as well, because I've seen enough. 13 points, 1 assist, 4, 9 assists, 3 of 7 from 3. The stats aren't bad, but you can just tell this card's not very good, unfortunately. Fun to use, maybe for a Bulls fan or somebody who likes to slash, but he does, I don't know. He's not bad, but he's not great either by any means. I don't know, not a card I'd personally recommend. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.